Imagine standing upon a landscape where the earth itself seems to scream in agony. This is Rajasthan, a place where the sun is not a friend, but a silent, relentless killer, baking the soil until it cracks like shattered glass under a brutal 48-degree sun. The air here is a shimmering furnace, a thick haze of heat waves that makes the horizon dance in a deadly, dehydrating fever. But look closer at the dust. Beyond the heat, there is a gateway to another world. As the camera zooms out, a massive, plunging stone chasm is revealed, an incredible inverted pyramid of thousands of symmetrical steps leading down into a profound, moist, and silent darkness. A man walks from the scorching surface, his skin drenched in sweat and his breath labored. But as he descends to the 50th step, his face instantly relaxes. He has crossed an invisible boundary. He has entered the cool zone. This is the mesmerizing geometry of Chand Baori, a maze of 3,500 perfectly symmetrical steps. Here, the high-contrast shadows of ornate stone pillars stretch across the deep, emerald-green water at the bottom, creating a sanctuary of silence and relief. These are India's underground cooling palaces, the Stepwells, achieving total thermal comfort with zero electricity. As we drop vertically, 30 meters deep into the earth, we witness a transition from the blinding orange glare of the desert to the tranquil blue shadows of the subterranean. Our thermal vision confirms the miracle. While the surface level sits at 45 degrees, the deep chambers remain a constant, refreshing 20 degrees. This is the inverted pyramid, a masterpiece of ancient engineering that once conquered the most arid regions of Gujarat and Rajasthan. To truly appreciate this machine, we must peel back the layers of history and examine the technical 3D architectural blueprint of Evav. This is an exploded view of a subterranean gallery, a structure designed to plunge 30 meters deep to meet the ancient water table. The technical specifications are mind-blowing. A temperature differential of 15 degrees, maintained by over 10,000 tons of massive sandstone blocks. If you touch these stones, you will find they are cold, even when the desert above is literally on fire. This is the principle of thermal inertia. The thick crust of the earth acts as a massive heat insulator, creating a geothermal shield that blocks 100% of solar radiation from penetrating the inner sanctum. The deeper you go, the more stable the environment becomes, reflecting the constant 18 to 22 degree temperature of the bedrock. The geometry is the key, an inverted pyramid that is wide at the top to catch the prevailing breeze, but narrow at the bottom to trap the heavy, cold air. Every step creates a mesmerizing, Escher-like visual effect, a repetitive rhythm that guides the body and the mind into the cool dark. By design, the high stone walls prevent direct sunlight from reaching the lower chambers for 90% of the day. Listen to the echo of a single water drop falling into the central shaft. It rings through vaulted stone halls that have stood for a millennium. When you enter the first gallery, the roar of the desert wind is suddenly cut to total silence. You are now inside the geothermal shield, protected by the mass of the planet itself. In these lower galleries, the ancient community found its heart and its survival. People gather on stone ledges, sheltered from the midday sun, surrounded by detailed carvings of Hindu deities that remain moist with condensation from the aquifer below. It is a masterpiece of fluid dynamics. We see hot air floating harmlessly over the opening, while the dense, cool air remains trapped at the bottom in what scientists call a cold air pool. This is a natural pocket of refrigeration, a subterranean lung that breathes with the rhythmic pulse of the earth. But the real magic is evaporative cooling. At the base, microscopic water particles rise from the surface, chilling the surrounding air through latent heat exchange. A silk scarf flutters in the gentle, moist updraft, a visible sign of the air moving without a single mechanical fan. The comparison is staggering. 48 degrees at the surface, 38 degrees 10 meters down, and a perfect 25 degrees at the bottom. At night, the stone releases its minimal heat and recharges with the chill of the desert stars. Even the clay pots, the kula, are lowered into these depths to be naturally refrigerated. Whether it is the Nanda type with its long descending corridor, or the Jaya type with its 3 intersecting cooling hubs, every stepwell is a thermal trap. The cold air cannot rise out. It is held by gravity in a silent stone embrace. From the Rani Ki Vav to the depths of Chand Baori, these are human-centric cooling systems that prioritize the body over the machine. But this forgotten wisdom of the Indus Valley is not just a relic. It is a vital, living blueprint for our warming future. As our modern cities turn into lethal heat islands, we must relearn the lesson of the inverted pyramid. Modern architecture is already adapting, creating earth-sheltered buildings that reduce AC costs by 60%. Imagine sunken community centers with gardens and water features that use the earth as a free insulator. By using earth tubes pipes buried just 3 meters deep, we can pull this natural subterranean chill into our homes today. The ancients didn't fight the sun, they bypassed it. We can do the same. By moving our living spaces just 1 meter below the surface, we can drop the temperature by 3 degrees instantly. Thick stone walls, deep overhangs, and the strategic use of thermal mass are the tools of our survival. Even a simple courtyard with wet terracotta tiles can mimic the cooling power of a stepwell. We are seeing a new generation of architects sketching vertical stepwells for urban skyscrapers and designing earthships that breathe with the soil. This is not just about saving energy. It is about reclaiming a way of life that is in harmony with the planet's natural laws. We have spent a century trying to air condition the outdoors, but the Bowery reminds us that we should be conditioning our relationship with the earth instead. As the golden hour of sunset settles over the Rani Ki Vav, the upper carvings glow in orange fire, while the lower depths remain in a deep blue twilight. The final rays of the sun hit the top level, but a cool breeze continues to rise from the water 100 feet below. Standing in these ancient depths, past meets future in a profound way. The smartphone in your hand is a marvel of the 21st century, but the stone beneath your feet is a marvel of eternity. Nature provides the cold. We only need to provide the path for it to reach us. Architecture should not just be about height and ego. It should be about depth and wisdom architecture that heals the planet and protects its people. The camera pulls back, higher and higher, until the massive stepwell is just a tiny dot in the vast, burning desert. But even from miles away, the echo of splashing water remains, a reminder that the solution to our greatest challenges is often right beneath our feet. The earth is waiting. The water is waiting. The cold is waiting. It is time to go deep. It is time to remember the Bowery. It is time to reclaim the air of the earth. We must stop building monuments to the sky and start building sanctuaries for the soul. As the desert night finally takes hold, the stepwell stands as a silent monument to human ingenuity. It has outlasted empires, survived the most brutal droughts, and now stands as a challenge to our modern, energy-hungry world. The symmetrical steps are a fusion of mathematics and art, a ladder to survival that requires no fuel and leaves no scar on the atmosphere. In the profound silence of the lower chambers, we find a peace that no mechanical air conditioner can ever provide. We find the scent of wet stone, the sight of ancient gods, and the feeling of a breeze that has been cooled by the heart of the world itself. This is our heritage. This is our future. The inverted pyramid is not just a hole in the ground. It is a gateway to a sustainable civilization. Every drop of water reflected in its emerald depths tells a story of a people who knew how to live with the sun, not against it. We have the blueprint. We have the stone. We have the ancient wisdom. Now, let us build the path back to the cool, dark, and life-giving silence of the Earth. The Bowery is not just history. It is the future of our survival on a warming planet. Let the cool air rise, and let our wisdom descend.
Thank you for watching. This immersive experience was brought to you by the power of AI storytelling. We use artificial intelligence to reimagine the past and entertain the curious minds of the present. The quest continues.